Okay, geometers, this time you're going to make an angle using a slider tool. That'll be new for you. And then you're going to duplicate that angle so that both angles move identically when you move the slider. The beginning of this is a little bit complicated. I actually started writing on instructions, but I think I'm going to do the video instead. And you'll have to pause the video to do these step by step. So you have to go a little slower than this. You have to pause the video to kind of recap and rewind when you need to, but here we go. So I'm going to start by picking this tool right here, which is the slider tool. I'm just going to click it. I'm just going to put it right there. And it comes up with this box. Now when you get this box, we want to change this. I want to make this work for an angle, so I'm going to click this angle button right here. So I'm going to push right there, and you can see all of a sudden everything else changed. The minimum 0 is okay. I want to change this so that my maximum angle is 180 degrees. So I'm choosing the maximum to be 180 degrees. You can just leave the degree symbol there. I just highlighted the rest of it and got rid of it. I'm going to leave it at increments of 1. If you want to make your increments smaller than 1, you can, but you cannot make them bigger than 1. You want to leave them at 1 or smaller. But if you want to do like half angles or whatever, that's totally fine if you want to. Now I'm going to change the name of this because right now this is the Greek letter alpha, and it says alpha is equal to 45 degrees. And I don't want that. I just want the name of this angle to be alpha. So I deleted everything except for this Greek symbol, which is really important. Greek letters are how we typically name angles in math, and so we're going to use alpha for this one. Only when yours looks like this. Minimum 0, maximum 180, increment 1 or less. You're on angle, and it's just alpha, not alpha equals 45 degrees. So just alpha, not alpha equals anything. Then and only then you can hit OK. If this isn't right, you'll have to redo the whole thing. So make sure you do that part. Okay, and then I have my slider. And then I have these different angle tools. I'm going to choose this one, which if you click on it, it'll tell you that the tool is called angle with a given size, and that's what I want. I'm going to create 2 points, and I'm going to go counterclockwise. My first point's going to be here, and my second point I'm going to put over here. And now it says I can put anything I want to. So if I leave it right here, if I hit OK right here, it'll make me a 45-degree angle. I can put a 90-degree angle. I can make any angle that I want of any size that I want. I don't want this to lock in with a given size. I want it to be movable. So I'm going to delete this. So make sure you delete this 45 degrees, and this box is now blank. Do not hit OK yet. I want this angle to go with the slider. I want this angle that I have to change with this slider. This slider had a name, if you remember, of alpha. So click on this right here, the ABC button, if it's not already there. And then down here, here's alpha, beta, gamma, and you see those. If it already comes up with the Greek letters, that's fine. Mine did, but sometimes it won't, so I wanted to show you this. So click the ABC, and then don't click any of these, but down here it says alpha, beta, gamma, and then click on that. And again, if yours was here at the beginning, it's totally fine. This is the one you want. This is the alpha, so make sure you're looking for this spot right here. This is the one you want, and click on that one. And once you get done with that, you can hit OK. And it gives me that point there. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this ray tool, and I'm going to go from B through A, make sure you do it carefully, and from B through A prime, which is just a derivation of point A. Now remember, every time you want to change what you're doing, you have to click on this to get the move tool. So now when you take this, you should be able to change the slider. And when you drag the slider back and forth, it will drag the angle all the way up to 180, all the way down to 0. Okay? Now you can move this around a little bit. You could change the orientation if you wanted to, but either way, it would still do this. It would still go from 0 to 180. Okay? I'm going to take this and drag it over here so it's a little more like that. And we'll just make it something that's reasonable. Okay. This is the part that you need to be able to do to construct the angle that is tied to the slider. The rest of this is going to be you copying this angle down below here so that when you move the slider, they both move. I'll let you watch me do this, but I'm not going to talk my way through it because you should have already learned this. So this is what we did last time. Yeah, we did this on Monday or Tuesday. And so you should know how to do that. If not, you should watch the other video on how to do that. But right now, I'm just going to quickly copy this angle. Okay, and these are all the tools you're going to need. I've got them all for you, and I've limited it so that you don't have any extras in there. Okay. Okay, so at this point you should see that I have this one. You've watched me duplicate that angle, so if you were clever, you could have watched me do that and figure that out yourself. And now when I move the slider, I should see both of them changing and being identical. Okay, so I should see your construction marks. I should see the two circles. I should see this compass circle there that you're used to measure with. I should see all of that. I shouldn't see a bunch of other stuff though. So if you got a bunch of other stuff on your screen, you tried stuff and didn't work, you should clear all that up. So this is what I see, and this is what you will turn into me. Okay, so on yours, rather than instructions, I'm leaving you the video because I think it's more efficient and I think it's better for you to see it that way. This is what you should try to do. Okay, and then if you want to play around with the slider tool and figure other stuff out, you can. But this is what I want you to accomplish for today. And when you finish with that, you can turn this in. Okay, thanks very much.